Hi, I'm the Magpie.
And I'm Jax.
And this is
Mondays with Magpie.
Okay, well, we are back, and today we are going to make a recipe that I found on the internet. What do you think about that?
I think that you are very lucky to know how to make everything work that you find on the internet.
Well, it doesn't always work, but however, this recipe really does work. And what it is apple cider cupcakes with a cinnamon buttercream. So let's get going, Jacqueline. Okay, so first of all, we're going to measure our dry ingredients. No, first of all, something I always forget to do, I'm going to turn the oven on to 350 so that it's ready to bake when we are.
Okay, what was that oven set at?
The oven was set at 325 convection, and if you have a conventional oven without a fan, you set it at 350. We're going to measure the dry ingredients. 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. 4 of those.
Oh, 4?
4. Yeah. Well, there you are. 4.
This is 1/3.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
4/3 is 1
God, there's
1/3.
not. You didn't say there was gonna be math. That's why you did it for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna question you.
Yeah, right in. Yeah. We have a sifter, so because we want all of our flour and dry goods to be sifted.
I almost forgot my system.
I know. I'm thinking, oh my God, where is
3.
she? 3. All right, one more.
See?
One more.
This is foolproof.
Yeah,
As long as
it
you
is.
remember to change your fingers.
Baking powder, not baking soda. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons. The blue one. Yeah. Baking powder. Alrighty, there we go.
This is a two-handed thing, so I'm gonna try to do my system. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I'll keep counting. 1.
1. It's important.
And
A lot of stuff goes on in the house while you're baking. 2. A lot of distraction.
Okay. And 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Still got the
1 teaspoon.
Actually, color coding your teaspoons is not a bad idea.
I know. My sister gave me these. Actually, I won them in a raffle at our family reunion, and I thought, this is really nice. 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Half teaspoon. Going
Half a
down
teaspoon
to
of
the orange.
All right.
Orangey glad.
Half a teaspoon of salt.
Salt makes everything taste sweeter, strangely.
Okay. And now, Jax,
Juxtaposition.
do your thing.
Okay.
Jacqueline will now demonstrate how to sift your dry ingredients into a bowl. Yeah, do it. Show them how it's done, honey lamb. Show them how it's done.
Oh, we love sifting. I have done my duty, so I'm
Alrighty.
gonna go read my Kindle now.
No, you're
And I'll
not.
be back at the end.
No.
For the tasting.
No. Now we have our dry ingredients ready to go. All right. So you have done that, all ready to go. Now for our wet ingredients, we start with with 1 stick of butter, 1/2 cup of butter, softened unsalted butter. If you put salted butter in, it will taste awful.
Now, if you accidentally put salted in, or you only have salted, then do you just not put salted in the dry?
Yeah, then don't put any more salt in.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are using salt.
Because sometimes you're like, oh no, I don't have anything with
Yeah,
salted.
well,
I still need
2/3.
cupcakes.
2/3 cup sugar.
2/3. That's 2 of these.
Yep.
1. In here?
Yep.
Yeah.
2.
2.
All good. Okay, and now we're going to turn on the mixer and we're going to beat.
Ooh. And first we're gonna make sure
First
that
of all, we have to
on
put
here.
it in.
Okay.
No, do the back.
Oh, I always forget that.
There, now. And this is my old squeaky mixer, so watch out for that. All right, I know it always squeaks.
See the pods.
Yeah.
Ow. It's not strong enough.
All right,
It works.
All right, speed it up a little bit.
You have to tell them that thing you always tell me about eggs.
You must crack your eggs into something else, not directly into the bowl. That way, if you get shell, you can fish it out or throw the egg away.
That is life-changing, actually.
Well, yeah, because what if the egg is, what if you have a rotten egg?
That's never happened to me. Has that ever happened to you?
No, never. Okay, ready? 1 egg.
One. Now this you can keep track of because you can count the shells.
Yes, or yeah, whatever.
See, even if somebody bothers you in the middle of baking.
She's not a dumb blonde.
But I have to keep my hair on.
Yeah, just in case. Oh, jeez. All right, now that has to incorporate. All right, incorporate. Now, we have 1 cup of apple cider, pure apple cider.
This stuff is the best, and it's fall, so this time of year, you just drink it.
I know, it's so good.
We have really...
Woo!
Pretend that didn't
A
happen.
foo-foo.
You handed it to me.
All right, now then, we are going to alternate wet ingredients and dry ingredients. Start with
First.
dry. We're going to start with dry. Alright.
We have wonderful apple farms around here. We're lucky.
And that's where we get our cider from. If you don't have it, just go to the store and buy whatever they've got. It's that
You
time
need
of
apple
year.
juice if you don't have apple cider. Apple juice.
No, apple cider. You need apple cider.
No, but
They're
I'm
called
saying they-
apple cider cupcakes. For heaven's sakes, go out and buy what you need.
So
That's,
you can't.
you know, that's my big thing about, you know, you have to have the right equipment, or you also have to have the right ingredients.
I just know like if you can't find apple cider, it's
Well, it's this time of year. Don't make them in the summertime because there's not apple cider around, unless you go to some farm and find it. You have 1 teaspoon, yeah, well, I'm gonna put the vanilla in now, so that you don't forget. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Anytime you remember it, it should go in.
Alright, I'm just gonna.
Normally it goes in after the eggs, but you know, when you have a mind like mine.
Et voila! I have done my job. Go read my Kindle now.
Get back here. All right, you don't want, once the flour is in, you don't want to overbeat because it just makes them tough. Now this batter, I will show you, this batter looks broken. It looks like it's lumpy and sour
I
and
didn't do it.
split. It's
We
just,
said.
yeah, it's just the way it is.
Oh, okay.
But it will cook up really, really nicely. Now I've done this several times and it always looks the same. And where's our,
Right.
oh, get the spatula, Jax.
So you've done right if it looks like that.
Yeah.
Spatula?
Yeah, spatula. Spatula.
Do you want to scrape off this or not?
Nah, that's not much on there. Okay. All right, I will clean up a bit and then we will dip. All right, so now Jax, it's time to dip. We have a 1/3 cup dip. And I measured the 1/3 cup of water and dumped it in to see how big it was, but that's how much it is. It's a 1/3 cup dip.
Also a great microphone. Alright, so this is a brilliant thing that Maggie taught me about cupcake making because I always hated making cupcakes because it makes a real mess if you try to pour it. And to me, it was like all the drips in between, and I didn't know about this dipping thing.
I'm old, but I'm a genius.
She is rather genius.
Yes.
And then she just told me the other thing, which maybe everyone else in the world can figure out. She's like, always start from the farthest one away and work your way back.
Or do, and then you're not making a
Reaching
mess.
over.
Yes, you're not reaching over done things. She
These
has-
are the little tips that go a long way.
Yes.
You can
yes.
read a recipe, but if you're with a skilled artisan baker, such as Magpie,
Me. Yeah. I am skilled artisan baker.
how many did we get?
We got
You do
13,
math.
14.
14.
14.
Last time we got 15.
Not bad. All right, it's going to go in the oven now for 10 minutes, and I will check them, and if they need more, then we will add some more time. All right, here I go. Now, my twist on these cupcakes is to put an apple pie filling in the middle. The one that was on the internet didn't have any kind of a filling in it, but I thought it seems to be very sweet. There's a lot of icing, and I thought this would really, really do a nice job.
Really good because it
Yeah.
has like the tart with the sweet.
So when you have your cupcakes in the oven, the timer is on, so you are watching them peel 2 Granny Smith apples.
Plus that way you're getting your fruit for the day. And
Yeah.
that's important.
Yeah,
So you know that you're counting it like a fruit.
Truly.
Not a dessert.
Not as, yeah.
It's got fiber. Well, I mean, we're taking some of the fiber off right now, but there's still fiber in there. It's gotta be.
Now, we are going to slice them in a 1/4 inch dice, a very small dice, because it has to go through a mixing bag or a piping bag. All right?
They come bearing.
So my elf,
I'm the nurse and you're the doctor.
yes, okay. scalpel. And here's the way I just cut them this way. I cut them down and down. Whoops, straight knife, straight knife. And then the two corners so that you have a nice square core. And if you have a groundhog outside or an opossum, they get it.
Or compost.
Yeah, or compost.
And your eggshells.
Yeah. So anyway.
I compost, but I never turn it, so I just get volunteer stuff in there every year. Something grows.
Did the best tomatoes and pumpkins on her,
like
on her
9
composting.
pumpkins last year.
All right, so now here's what I'm going to do, and this is what you should do. You cut them in little slices like that. Turn them sideways. Cut them in little sticks like that.
I should start making apple sticks for the kids.
Yeah. And then just chop them up small. Alrighty, that's it. That's what I'm going to do.
Little squares, little cubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's what I'm going to do. See you later. Now we have our apples all nicely cubed. There you see 2 Granny Smith apples. We are going to add a half a cup of apple cider.
Only apple cider.
Only apple cider. For God's sake, don't put apple juice or water. Don't put water.
Unless don't tell Magpie.
No, please don't tell me. All right, let me find our little spoony thing. Okay, we need a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. You do not want to over cinnamon these or it'll just be awful.
That was a dangerous move. You handed me the teaspoon instead of 1/4.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Go girl. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar, just 2, because we want them to remain tart. We don't want them to be sickly sweet. So there's 1 tablespoon.
I almost used the wrong finger there.
Oh. there is method to her madness.
That's an accidental. All right, that was
Alrighty.
2.
So now what we're going to do is put this on the gas. Oh, I think I also put a little bit of salt. I always forget to say about the salt. But we will put 1/8 of a teaspoon or a pinch. All right, so a little bit of salt, just because a little bit of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. I will add that to the recipe. It's going to go on the gas now. It's going to bring it to a boil. Then we're going to simmer it for about 5 or 6 minutes until the apples are nice and soft. Now, our apples are finished, and I will just reach over here. They're cooling. What I did was I took them out of the pot, the saucepan, and I put them in a flat pan so that they would have time to cool. All right,
faster.
So they're cooling.
And then also our cupcakes are cooling.
Our cupcakes are cooling, and now we're going to make the icing so that
make it even cooler. Make icing. Just go with it, Maggie.
Okay.
Go with it.
All right. I'm there. I'm there. Okay. 1 cup of unsalted butter, softened. All right. Do that, Jax.
I shall. And Maggie just taught me that you never use a whisk in your mixer when you're making icing because
it makes air. It puts air and bubbles, and you want a nice smooth icing. A smooth icing.
No bubbles.
No. You
Only in your champagne.
No. And then half a cup of brown sugar, gently packed. Okay, Jack.
Gently packed?
Well, pack it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never gently packed my brown sugar. Is that okay?
That's good. Yeah, that's good. If you pack it too much, you'll have too much sugar and it'll be crappy.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. And then we do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Here we are. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Oh, wait a second. Usually you just do a squeeze of
Well,
that.
we could do a squirt, but we're doing we're being very, very good
Exactly.
at measuring things. All right, get that going. Mix that up. So now we're going to mix the sugar and the butter together, and then we're going to add our 10X. I'm so excited. Okay, now turn it off. We are going to cover the mixer with a tea towel so that the sugar doesn't go all over the place. I'm going to get a tea towel.
Why? My mouth is here.
Yeah. No, okay. So I'm going to shroud the mixer so that
mixer.
and Jack will do 3 cups. All right, but first of all, you're going to turn it on real low.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Ready? Real low.
I hope this is a cup.
Yeah, it's a cup. All right, put it in there.
Okay. 1. Jeden. I don't remember what language that is. I think that's Polish.
Is it?
Jeden?
got me, I don't know. You're the linguist. Ooh.
And J.
Now the thing with icing is you have to let it go for a little bit so that the sugar all gets dissolved.
Incorporated.
Or else it's going to be grainy and you don't, God forbid.
Nobody likes the grainy icing.
Nobody likes a grainy anything, no. We're looking at it to see if it's smooth enough. Now, excuse me.
I'm gonna push some of that powder off the...
We are going to put just a tablespoon of apple cider into here just to loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you're the one that told me about the 1.5.
No, the 2. Purple is 2.
Oh, purple's 2. Okay.
All right. You work with what you have. This is the assistant that I have.
And a fine one she is too.
And she's neat and tidy.
Look, I come bearing the next
thing, the next big thing. All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so now we have the frosting. I tend to call it the icing. The icing. I have it in, it's a star tip. It looks like little teeth on the ends. It's a star tip. And like I always say to Jacqueline, if you are going to do this, go to your local craft store and you buy disposable ice piping bags. Disposable piping bag. This is a 16-incher, and that's what you want, a 16-inch piping bag. Or disposable. When you're finished, you chop it off, throw it away.
Why does it have to be disposable? Just because you don't want to wash it?
Not to wash
Oh,
them.
yeah.
They're a pain in the neck to wash. And then you'll cut the plastic off of the tip and put it in the dishwasher and you're fine. All right, so when you're all by yourself, you use a big glass and you bend everything down. Now, while
This
Jacqueline...
is a really good tip because most of the time you don't have help.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know how to do it.
While Jacqueline does
Like
this very neatly, I'm going to go get some
Very
rubber bands because I forgot to bring them out. Okay. All right. All right, now.
Here we go. Every last drop of icing.
Every last drop.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would put that bag inside out and lick it before I throw it away. Really good icing.
Okay. Now, if you are an inexperienced piper,
I feel you're
This is-
looking at me.
this is what you do. You give the bag a twist, you get a rubber band, and you tie off the top. Because otherwise, you will squeeze it in the wrong place and all the icing will squirt out of the top.
Yeah.
And this prevents it. If you are working with your children and you want your children to use icing bags, this is what you do. At our family reunion, the children all ice cookies and we put all the icing in bags and we tie them off with rubber bands. All right, so that's that one.
Was that the right way at the bottom?
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you twist it first?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So she kind of twisted it, I guess, so it doesn't come out the bottom.
Yeah, but eventually it makes a mess. This
It
drips a
will.
little bit. Oh, I forgot to tell you what I did. To thicken up the apples, I used 2 tablespoons of apple cider and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Made a slurry, mix it all up, throw it in the apples, stir it around until it gets nice and shiny. And that makes it nice and thick. Oh, did you get it? Oh,
I told you.
Yes.
I'm quite the nurse.
She is to my doctor. Let me see.
Okay,
All right,
switch.
I will do it this way so you can see it going in. Because this is scintillating. This is mind-bending.
Smells so good.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if you want to make an apple pie, that's how you do it.
Same
That's
deal.
the filling. Buy yourself a pastry
Or
crust.
apple crumble is even less work. You
Yeah.
just crumble the right on top.
Okay, now then, at my local craft store, I bought this. And it's specifically for coring out the middle of cupcakes. All right, so Jack, show us how it's done. Press and twist, press and twist, press and twist.
And then you have-
Yeah, put it in the cup.
Now, what would you do if you do not have one of these majiggies?
Then you could use a melon baller, you could use a knife, you can use an icing tip with anything that's sort of that size you can use to poke a hole. I expect if worse comes to worse, you could probably use your finger.
The best part about making these things. By the end, I'm too full to eat them.
You get to try them a whole lot. Yeah, that's good.
He's actually over here. You should probably taste that just to make sure it tastes right.
Oh, it's awful. Don't eat them. They're poison. That's really a good cupcake.
So good.
It's real soft, has a really, really nice crumb.
Yeah, good texture.
Okay, and now it's time for the filling. And see what I mean? It's messy because it comes pouring out. I'll taste it. And then just go along.
Fill her up.
Fill her up. You want to do this?
Sure.
Okay.
You didn't get. Oh, you did give me a rubber band.
Yeah. Are you kidding? See how you squeeze from the bottom, everything goes up.
Is that the right amount I'm doing here?
Yeah, it looks good because the icing is going to cover some of it.
Now we had a cupcake with a crack in it, but we really these are, you can mess these up a little because you're going to put a filling in and then you're going to cover it with icing.
Yeah, I'm going to cover it with icing. All right, now then,
I'm going to trade places.
icing. Oh, we forgot one.
Sorry.
Oh, if that.
There we go.
Yeah, you just lost the cupcake championship, you know. All right, now you hold the bag upright, not like this. You hold the bag upright, and you start at the outside edge, and you go round, 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 and then you come on a little bit, and then you dip down and stop squeezing and off.
All right, my turn.
Round, 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 round.
Go around the bend, come into the middle,
And down,
twist
and
down,
off.
stop, squeeze, up.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Just perfect. All right, Jacqueline, your brilliant idea.
I have my moments. Cinnamon dusting. Just a little dust of cinnamon gives them a little color. If I was on the baking challenge, which I never would be, it's nice to have that little
Yeah, be very,
sprinkle
very.
of cinnamon.
Yeah, don't
Not
be,
too much
don't
because
be
you don't
too
want
generous.
too much flavor.
Well, it gets bitter, and you don't want that to happen.
But yeah, that looks nice because it gives
But
a little
look
color.
how pretty that is. Well, Jacqueline, and now for the favorite time.
I'm gonna try the one I kind of messed up.
Oh,
on the
okay.
side.
All
No,
right.
no, because I'll eat it.
Okay, now would you like to cut it in half?
I guess I'll share. Yes, I do.
All right, just break it in half,
Okay.
and we will eat it.
Not easy to break in half, actually. Messy.
Okay, here goes. Here it goes. But it's
We might need a plate when you eat these.
they're really good. Well, if you put them in the fridge, the icing will firm up. It will be nice because it's butter icing. And you want to keep them in the fridge because butter melts.
Oh, it's really good. Cup of tea in this, and you're in heaven. Yum.
All right, well, that's it then. And we will see you next time.